Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. Uh, in the past videos, we have been making this portfolio website. If you see, this is the website that we are trying to make. Okay, so this is the complete website. And till now, we have completed in parts 1 till 5, we have completed the navigational bar, then about me section, then our services, and in this video we are going to create this our latest work. Okay, this part we are going to create, so let's get started. And in case you want to see the previous parts from 1 to 5, the link of those videos I have given in the description of this video. Okay, let's go to Visual Studio. So this is our head part, then this is the body part. Inside this we have the navigational bar, then header section. This is about me section we have already written, and below we can see the services section. Now we are going to write the work section. Okay, so here I will write down section, class name I'll give it as work. I will also create one ID. The name I'm going to give it as work. Now inside section I'll be having one div class. So let's give the class name as heading. This will be the heading of our work section. So in the heading part I need one H2 heading. Inside it I will write our latest work, and then I'll add a small line below it which will be in a paragraph form. So P, let me write showcasing some of my work. I want it to be in bold, so I'll just write down B. Inside it I'm going to write down work. I'll just cut the comma. So now after the heading we are going to create the content part. We will be adding 6 of my work, so that is going to come inside the div class content. So inside it each of the content will look like this. I'll create another div, and the class name I'm going to give as work bx. Then inside it I'm going to add one image. Okay, so I'll just write down and that image will be present. That will be a clickable image, that's why I'm giving one anchor. So inside the anchor I'll give one image, and I'll give the source name and all later. And below the image I'll be adding one paragraph. Paragraph means what is the image about. So I'm going to give one P. So like this I want to display 6 of my work. So I'll copy this and paste it 5 more times so that I can have 6 of my works displayed. Okay, now I'm going to save it, and I'll go back to the browser and see how it looks like. Okay, just save it and let's go to the browser. So if I refresh it, if I go down, you can see our services. Below the services, our latest work. Now the CSS of this heading is already written. Now let's add contents inside the workbox. So here I need to include some images here. Okay, so I'll write down, if you remember, I have kept all my images inside the portfolio folder. These are the images that I'm going to use. So these are present inside the folder images inside my portfolio folder. So I'll just write down images, then animation.png. Then inside it, below the image, I want this text to be displayed, which is also clickable. Learn amazing animation course. Okay, you can write whatever you want. So similarly, I will add some images for the all remaining 5 workbox that I have created, and both image and the text that will be written below the image will be clickable. That's why it is written inside a href. Okay, right now in the a href part, I have not given any like on clicking that particular thing where it should go, that section I have not given. Just I have made the image and the text below the image clickable. So I am adding the images, 6 images. So here I will be repeating few of the images this is just for demo purpose, so I'm just repeating it. So let's give Java, and then let's write like learn Java course like 2024, and here let us give the same image again once again, because I have not downloaded many pictures. Okay, so here I'll write down something else. So like this I'm going to like I have included 6 work of my work done by me, so you can include as many as you want, but I'll be displaying only 6 as of now. So I have given 6 tabs. Now let's save it. Let's save this one and go to the browser and see how it looks like. Okay, so now if I refresh it and if I go down, I can see our work, but it is coming in a single row. So now we need to add CSS to it so that a proper arrangement is given. We will add some links to this ahref also. So for now, suppose when you click here, you need to go to that particular course. So since right down we are creating a dummy website, so here I'll give the Google link. Okay, so just copy the Google, open a Google page and copy the Google link and paste it here. I'm pasting the Google link for all the 6 workbox. Now let's save it and refresh it. So if I refresh it, so when I will be clicking on the images or text, you see it is going to open the Google page. Okay, now I'm going to create one more div class. It will be created just below the workbox but inside the content class. Okay, so class name I'm going to give heading, and inside it I'm going to create a ahref, and here I'll be writing view all my courses. Since right now we don't have any page where we will be going, I'll just paste the Google link here and now save it, and let's go back to the browser and see how it looks like. So refresh it. So now you can see one more tab has appeared here. Now let's add CSS to this part, the workflow part. So if we see the work, it is present inside the class work, and all our boxes are present inside the class content. Okay, so we will add CSS to this part, content part. So I'll write down dot work dot content. Okay, so inside it I want to make the display flex. Then let's make the justify content center. Then after that I'm going to give flex direction, before that wrap as wrap, flex wrap as wrap, and then I'm going to give flex direction as row wise. Okay, now just save it and go to the browser and let's see how it looks like. So if I refresh it, you see that everything is coming one after one. Actually it is covering the entire page, the image. Okay, so now we will add some CSS to the images. So the image is present inside the workbox, which is present inside the content, right? So I will just write down dot work dot content, and then I'll just write down work bx. Okay, so after this I want the images to come in row wise, so I'll just write down width 500 pixel. Okay, now save it and then refresh it. So if you see the browser, let's go to the browser, refresh it. So now you see it is covering 500 pixel each of the images, work bx. Okay, now I want some add some padding because the images are touching each other, so let's add some padding of 20 pixel. Now if you refresh it, there is some padding between the images. Okay, now still I want to make few more modifications. So let's go back to the image CSS. So I want to add some border to the image. Now image is present inside the work bx, which is present inside the content. So I'll just write down here dot work, then comes dot content, then it will come dot workbox, and then after that I'm going to write down img. Okay, now here I want the image to cover the entire 500 pixel of the work bx. Okay, so maximum width I'm going to give it 100%, and then After that, border I'm going to give let's say 1 pixel solid, and I'm going to give RGBA, and I'm going to give it 0, 0, 0, and here I'm going to give 0.4. okay, just save it. Now if I refresh it, you will see some border outside the image. Now I want to add some shadow to this image. Okay, so when I hover over it, when I move my cursor over the image, I want to add some shadow. So for that, I want to do it, I'll take the same thing, because I want to, when I hover over the image, right? So I'll just write down hover. So inside it, I'm going to write box shadow. I want to give a shadow when I move my cursor over the image. So let's give the dimensions. So 0, 0, 20 pixel and 5 pixel. And what color shadow I want? Let it be #CCC. Okay, just save it. So refresh it. So when you hover over it, you see one shadow outside the image. Now let's see if I make it 55 and refresh it, you see how big the shadow becomes. I don't want it to be like that, so I'll make it 5 again. Then one more thing I want to add. So when I hover over the image, I want to want the image to become little bit bigger inside, bounce. So for that, I will give transform and scale. Let's try out, just to show you the difference, let's give 1.5. okay, and then just see what happens. So when I move my cursor over it, the image becomes very large. I don't want it to become that large, so I will reduce the size to 1.008. okay, now if you refresh, it is coming like this. Now if I move the cursor over the image, it goes back immediately. I want it to be slow. So for that, I will add transition, and here you can give how many seconds you want the transition to be. So I'll just give 0.5 seconds. So save it and then refresh it. Now the transition is slow. Now I would like to add some CSS to the text part. Okay, now if we go to the text part, it is inside the content workbox and P, right, paragraph. So here we need to do the styling. So we will write dot work. Inside the work class, there is the content class. Inside the content class, there is the workbox, and inside it we have the paragraph P. So here I want to do the styling. So I'll write down text align. I want it to be in the center. So just save it and refresh. Now you see the text is in the center. Now I want to do something with the links present here, like when it is active, when it is a single link, and when it is pressed. Okay, so for that link, so for that I'll just copy this part because this is same. So inside this we are having the anchor tab, the link tab, right? So I'll just write down A. So when it is a link, for all the three things I want the same CSS. So when it is visited, second one, comma, and when it is active. So I will just write down A active. So when all the three things takes place, so I want the same thing to happen. So I'll just write down the color as 161616, and then I want the text decoration to be none. I don't want the underline inside the link. And the font weight, let's increase it to like font weight, let's make it 600. okay, so save it. Let's go to the browser, refresh it. Now you see the difference. Okay, now what is left to be done is to style the view all my courses section. Okay, so if we go down the index.html, it is present here, right? View all my courses. So let's add a class name here inside the anchor tab. So here, what class name to add? I want my button to look same. Let me show the website browser. So I want my button to look like Ahref, to look like this one. Okay, So this one, for this I have already done the styling. I just need to know the name of the class for that button. Okay, so if I go up, so here you can see about me. Let me check where it is. Yes, it is here. Okay, so here the name is btn, about me btn. So if I go to style.css, the styling of btn is already done, btn class. If you want to see it, you can visit the previous part of this playlist and check how we have done it. So this is already done. So we are simply going to use this class name for the view all my courses anchor also. So here I'm going to give btn. Now save it and then refresh it. Now if I refresh it, I'll see the same modifications here. One last thing I want to do is that I want to change the color of the text here. Here it is black, I want it to be white. So I just need to change only one feature. So I will make it inline. So now if I press the view all my courses, it is coming blank because my internet connection is slow. Otherwise it will come, the Google form will come. Now here I will just give the style to change the color of the text. I'll give color white. You can give hash, that one also, color name also, or otherwise white, hash code, the code for the color. Now if I refresh it, it is coming in white. So this is our portfolio website. Till now we have developed all these things throughout our videos. Now if you like the video, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and be ready to see the next part of this portfolio series. Thank you everyone.